Your favorite game can disappear overnight. One day, you're sliding in your favorite map, doing impossible clutches, hitting insane clips, feeling as a main character of entire lobby. And the next day, it's gone. You open social media, and you're reading apology messages from billion-dollar giant companies. No warning, no second chances to experience again. And that's exactly what happened with Apex Legends Mobile. When it launched on May 2022, it hyped up and dominated with fast-paced movements, VFX-heavy animations, smooth gunplay, and that unique hero-based ability system that made every fight feel different. And the numbers proved it. Over 22 million downloads, winning Game of the Year on both Google Play and Apple App Store. Everything looked perfect on the surface, and we all know what happened exactly after that. How Electronic Arts ruined the game by chasing after profits. But in gaming, everything disappears until it gets replaced. Every successful game creates a wave of clones, some cheap, some ambitious, some trying to copy, and some trying to evolve. So today, we're gonna look at something interesting, the games that tried to take the place of Apex Legends Mobile. But here's the real question. Did these games actually succeed, or they end up dying the same way as Apex Legends Mobile? Guys, before we start, I want you to introduce with GearUP Game Booster. If you're facing random ping spikes, delay in hit registration, sudden desync, that ruins your gameplay. GearUP is built specifically to fix that. It actually optimizes your device and provides clear routing data to game servers, which helps in FPS boost, smooth gameplay, reduced ping, anti-packet loss, and those annoying random spikes. It supports a huge number of games. We're talking titles like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty, Bloodstrike, or even newer titles. Chances are it's already supported. Now, if you're planning to download or take subscription, I want you to go through my given link in description, because that would help me to earn some credits. Simply open the app, select your game, choose the best server based on your ping, and hit boost. No complicated setup, just one tap and you're in. Right after Apex Legends Mobile got shut down in May 2023, high-energy heroes dropped in China on September 21st, 2023. No noise, no waiting, no marketing, just pure timing. Then it didn't just launch, it exploded. Top charts on iOS and Android across Chinese third-party stores. Over 10 million pre-registrations even before release. Although Apex Legends Mobile never officially released in China, that's why Tencent built their own version of it. And when I say their own version, I mean the copy version. Developed by Tencent Lightspeed Studios, and they didn't even try to reinvent anything. They replicated what already worked. Same hero-based abilities, same character structure, same weapon feel, same movement system. Even the UI felt like home for Apex players. And honestly, that's why it worked, because players weren't looking for something new. They were looking for something they lost under a year. However, success in one region doesn't mean success everywhere, because despite all that hype, high-energy heroes never went global. And here's where this game got beated. For players outside China, the experience was almost unplayable. We're talking 300 milliseconds plus ping, constant delay, shots not registering on time, movement feeling off. They did release a new map, but it didn't feel new. It felt like a direct copy of Olympus from Apex Legends, and slowly players started noticing the cracks. No reload animations when you quickly scope, crouching skips, weapon equip animation, weapon animations feeling identical to other one, almost no recoil on bullets. So what does that leave us with? A game that clearly succeeded, but only in China. A game that had strong numbers, strong interest, even active communities on Chinese social medias. But globally, it never truly arrived. Even now, in 2026, it's still receiving updates, but nothing major, nothing industry-changing. It succeeded, but it also got stuck. A jetpack-fueled, hero-based battle royale that didn't just look similar. It felt like it was built specifically for Apex players. It gave displaced Apex players something familiar, something to hold on to. And the numbers? They tell a story. Over 40,000 concurrent players on Steam, 10 million plus downloads at its peak back in June 2023. That's not just number, that's a community showing up and hoping this could be the one. But back in 2023, Farlight actually had its own identity. Jetpacks, unique pacing, a slightly different art style. It felt like a better alternative of Apex Legends, but not trapped by it. And that's why maybe majority of players loved it. But then 2025 happened. The relaunch changed things. Characters started feeling way too similar. Abilities almost mirrored Apex. Even the visuals, graphics, VFX, art design started drifting closer and closer to that same formula. And slowly, that small uniqueness, What Farlight earned just faded like that. It stopped feeling like inspired and started feeling like merged. Fast forward to 2026, meaning in today's time, the game isn't dead, but it's not really alive either. It's sitting in what players call maintenance mode. Servers are still running. You can still hop into matches, but don't expect anything big. No major updates, no new heroes, no new maps, no big collaborations, just automated systems and recycled seasonal events keeping things moving. And why did this happen? There are multiple possibilities. Major layoffs in the studio, developers shifting focus to another project, or simply expectations not being met. Whatever the reason, the end game feeling similar as Apex Mobile. So yeah, Farlight succeeded, but over time, the game lost its momentum.
Reloading. Enemy network. Another knockdown.
Bloodstrike dropped globally in late 2023, developed by NetEase, optimized for low-end devices, and built for that fast, fluid, ability-driven battle royale feel. But Bloodstrike sits right in the middle, 50% Apex Legends Mobile and 50% Warzone Mobile. However, it didn't try to be them. It learned from their mistakes. It focused on what those games failed to do, running smoothly on a $150 phone. Actual optimization, real graphical adjustments, supporting low-end devices instead of ignoring them. Some people will say they cut corners by avoiding shadows, low-quality textures, weapon skins not showing properly. But I agree to that point for an extent. But let's be real, that's still better than a game that doesn't even run. That's why Bloodstrike moved with 30 million downloads by early 2024, and by May 2025, completed over 100 million downloads, especially in regions like Southeast Asia, Latin America, and India, where flagship devices aren't the norm. Bloodstrike didn't ask players to upgrade, it met them where they already were. After launching on Steam in March 2025, it went from around 650 average players in late 2024 to over 4,000 plus average players by early 2026. But right now, the player base is smaller than the hype peak, but at least it's stable, and that matters more than hype. It launched when Apex Legends mobile players were lost. It ran on devices where other games failed. It kept updating when others went silent. And that's why Bloodstrike's still holding a lot more potential than people expected. Omega Legends dropped back in June 2020, developed by IGG, the same studio behind Lords Mobile and Castle Clash. And at that time, it actually looked promising. A sci-fi, hero-based battle royale, jetpack movement, character abilities, heroes that felt very close to Apex Legends. Even the graphics and gameplay had that mix of Apex and Fortnite vibes. It pulled in over 10 million downloads, held a solid 4.5 star rating on Google Play, and built a small but passionate community. For a moment, it felt like a boomer, but then everything went silent. The last major update dropped in March 2021. After that, no new legends, no map changes, no seasonal content. And in mobile gaming, silence isn't neutral. It's a signal. Then in November 2022, the official page confirmed it. They released a notice Omega Legends would be shutting down on December 2022. Because timing played a huge role, IGG itself wasn't doing great in 2022. Reports showed revenue dropping by 23%, with projected losses hitting tens of millions. And when a company starts struggling, projects like Omega Legends are the first to go. Especially in a shooter genre, this is competitive. And on top of that, it even copied Apex Legends' 50% name. So it was much riskier to keep funding and rely on single game until the real EA Respawn deploys a legal case. Again, it was going up against giants like Garena, Free Fire, Call of Duty, PUBG, and eventually the hype of Apex Legends Mobile itself. And that's the harsh reality. Fun but familiar might get you downloads, but it won't guarantee success long term. And you could notice the pattern here, how after Apex Legends got shut down, many games tried to enter an exact same year. But again, if your main goal is not about long term or it's just as money and profits, eventually you will end up in shutdown. And that's why many of the games I covered in this video are not in a great state. So that was it, covering all the very close Apex Legends mobile clones in this video. And let me know how many of the games you've played. And did you actually enjoy it, or it was just an average experience for you? And more importantly, do you agree on my list? Or there's any game I didn't include? Let me know whatever going through your mind, because that's what matters the most. I'll be down there reading all of your comments. So this is Legacy. See you next time.